Transformers 96 here with another review, this time of the Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron, Frenzy, and Ratbat. So here you go. So this is part of the 2-packs that are designed to go along with Soundwave. So I did pick this one up. I also picked up this the second pack, and there might be a link for the review of the second pack. But I picked up both of these guys, both sets at Toys R Us. They were buy one get one 50% off, and that was a good deal, so I decided to take it. So yeah. So of course, the Soundwave has this gimmick where, his stomach opens up, you can put a data disc in it, shoot it out, and it'll transform and land as a robot. I think that the gimmick concept is spectacular. I absolutely love it. Some of the execution didn't work fantastically, but I did really love the concept so much that I was totally willing to buy these because it was very cool. So let's get into it. So of course the packaging's pretty nice, pretty small. Got a nice picture of Frenzy and Ratbat up there, as well as a back where it's got their stats, it's got a picture of the characters, and a bio. What I like about the bio on both of these packs is that it doesn't just say something about, Ratbat and then something about Frenzy. It talks about them, and it talks about their differences and their similarities between each other, which I think is pretty neat. I like that a lot. It wasn't just a bio that they could have put with anybody. They actually talked about what they're like, with each other and stuff too. So of course, let's just go into Ratbat. Probably the least desirable out of these two, because if you have Soundwave, you have the Laserbeak, which is essentially same type of thing. But as you can see, Ratbat here, if we can focus. But yeah, he looks very cool. Really do like the face. Of course, 100% new face sculpt. Really looks awesome. It's got some purple. I like the Decepticon right on his head. It's more of a lighter purple. Or the whole body seems to be pink, and this is more of a purple. He's got the black ears and the yellow eyes. I like how they added some paint into his face. That was my big complaint about Laserbeak. He didn't have any paint in his face, so I really did like the multiple paint colors of the Ratbat here. And then of course you've got his back. I like the gold and everything in his tail. The tail is really cool. A lot better detailed than Laserbeak. It's got some different paint in here. Laserbeak was pretty much all just one color, almost. Of course, he did have black. But Ratbat does seem to have more highlights. Like the yellow dots here, they're the same color as the shell on the Laserbeak, which I will compare. So here's Laserbeak, and as you can see, they're pretty different. I mean, paint scheme is 100% different, of course, and I was expecting these guys to be the same exact thing until I learned that he had a different head sculpt. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought that was it. But it is actually not true. These, although they look exactly similar, they are completely 100% different sculpts. You're just looking from the tail here, as you can see, 100% different. Even the back panels, 100% different. The face sculpts are obviously different. The shells are actually different. I know it's hard to tell, but you can tell by these dots here that they're not up here, and then this little thing, that's not there. And even flipping it over to the bottom, just the whole shell of the body as well is different. As you can see, Ratbat has 4 screws, while Laserbeak only has 2. So I was expecting this to mostly just be a repaint, but it is a pretty much totally different sculpt, but same design concept. It all works the same. So of course, the way that you would transform this one to the data disc is you take the head and you just rotate it, which will also move the arms, and then you close this, and then these just come, and then they're like this, so you get the data disc. I think it looks cool. I do like the pink with the gold highlights, very shimmery, very shiny, which is nice. And I love the way that the bottom is constructed. It looks very cool, very clean. Something that Frenzy, he doesn't look great from the bottom, but I do really like Ratbat from the bottom. You get these kind of like data disc cases. I'm not sure what these are supposed to be. I think that they're like, like a CD has a case. I think it's the same type of thing as that. I don't think it's a way to display it or anything. It's kind of like that. And Ratbat doesn't fit in there very great. It could just be mine, but I think that it's everybody's. Both of the birds seem to have trouble going. They're a little bit bigger. The Frenzy and Rumble seem to be smaller and can fit a lot better in places, but the Ratbat and Laserbeak don't seem to be perfect. So he can just fit right in there, which is really cool. So now let's talk about Frenzy, and Frenzy is very nice looking. As you can see, he is like a little robot, and he does look actually really cool, like a little robot. You can definitely tell he's a robot. That was one thing I was a little afraid of, that he'd just be kind of like a panel mesh of stuff, and he wouldn't look good, but I do like him. His face sculpt, if we can focus, There you go. He looks very nice. I do like it. Multiple different paint colors on the face, even though it's so small. Nice Decepticon symbol right in the middle here, and his hands and everything look cool. And his little legs and everything. As far as articulation, he does have swivel shoulders. And this is all because of transformation, as well as they can fold back. And then he does have legs that can go out and they can bend at the knee, but both are on springs, so unless you put something to hold it there, they will just collapse right back to that, as well as hinge ankles, I guess, just like that. So yeah, but overall, he does look really cool, and here he is with Rumble. As you can see, Rumble and Frenzy, exactly the same. I was hoping that they wouldn't be quite the same, or at least have a different head sculpt. They are exactly the same, but they look really cool, and I love the difference in the colors, so I really don't mind that they're just repaints. They're really cool alone, so yeah. But to transform them, you just want to fold the feet up, rotate the arms up. The arms will fold on the back, and with this guy, you have to hold a lot of things because they're all on springs, obviously. Then this folds forward, and then you want to separate the legs, and then fold them up like this. So that collapses, and then all the pieces will just go together just like this. There you go. And then he fits all together really nice. The only thing is there's a big split in the middle there, so the Decepticon symbol isn't perfectly straightened up and everything, but it's a minor flaw. Who really cares about that? But anyway, he goes and he fits in the data disc perfectly. It's what I love about the Frenzy and Rumble. They fit perfectly. It was a little bit of a struggle to get a Ratbat in there, but they fit good. So yeah, so now let's compare all the data discs together. So here's all of Soundwave's pets together in the data disc mode. Over here you've got Frenzy, Ravage, Rumble, Bat-Rat, and Laserbeak. So there you go. So Laserbeak of course comes with Soundwave, and then the Ratbat and Frenzy come together, and the Ravage and Rumble come together. So as you can see, all of them look really cool together, and they all have different designs of paint other than Frenzy and Laserbeak. Unfortunately, they have kind of the same kind of paint scheme, but still different enough. I really like them together, all as data discs. They look really cool, and I love all the contrast between them all. Alright, so let's try the Gimmick out with Soundwave. So as you can see here, we do have Ratbat inside of him already, and what's supposed to happen is you push this forward, Ratbat should pop out, transform, and land on the ground, all transformed and ready to go. So let's try it out. It might be hard to see it though, but let's try. Alright, as you can see, fail. Did not work. This did not transform, and so that is a shame. As far as the transformation with the Ratbat, it seems like when you put him on the ground and press it, this is what happens. He doesn't really transform all the way, unfortunately. There you go. Once I picked him up, he did. So unfortunately, he doesn't seem to work perfectly when you just put him on the ground and press the button. But if you do drop him, oops, if you do drop him, there you go. He seems to work when you just drop him down, but he's pretty tightly compact. That's his biggest flaw. Out of all the pets, he seems to be the one that's most compact and does not transform that easily. I mean, even just doing this and it'll stay. I don't know why it'll stay, because it really shouldn't, but it does. So that's so not great. So overall, his transformation back to robot mode isn't fantastic. But let's try it out with Frenzy. Alright, so let's see if Frenzy will work better. Here he is inside of him. And just give this a push. And yeah, he just falls right out. Unfortunately, Frenzy, it doesn't, he goes in really easy, which is nice, but he doesn't, he pops out pretty easily too. Like Ratbat had some trouble going into his body, while, you know, Frenzy really didn't. So let's try one more time, and I'll push a little harder to see if it works. Yeah, really doesn't, unfortunately. These all seem to have a problem with transforming out of Soundwave. Out of Soundwave. Laserbeak kinda worked for me once, but other than that, the whole Gimmick does have a little bit of a problem, but it's alright. You can fit 3 of these data discs inside Soundwave at a time, so that's pretty cool if you want to store them in there for some reason. But you just drop him, and he transforms great, and with his transformation back, he does have his arms up, which I do not mind, because, you know, if he was actually, like, transforming out of Soundwave, he'd kind of jump out like this, so I don't mind that at all, but the feet are tucked in, so you do need to pull out the feet, and if you so choose, you can rotate down the arms to get him down perfect, and also with With Frenzy, unlike Batrat, if he's just on the ground and you just push him down, he will just transform. You don't have to drop him, but dropping him does work, of course. So overall, I really do like this pack. It does, you get a nice Ratbat figure, which is the same design as the Laserbeak, but completely different mold. And it's pretty cool. I love the idea of the gimmick, although it's got some flaws. I do really love the idea. So overall, it is pretty cool, and I do recommend this pack. I think that the Ravage and Rumble is a little bit better pack, but this is still a nice pack. So if you're a big fan of Ratbat or Frenzy, I highly recommend it. So here's all the pets together. They all look really cool. I do love the two kind of just robots, the two birds, and then one kind of dog animal thing. I think that all of them look awesome together, the Soundwave's minions. And these packs are really cool. I think that they were a little overpriced. $11 a piece is a little bit much considering you get one of these guys with Soundwave and the whole Voyager together plus that minion is $2 so 11 just for 2 minions seemed like a lot to me, but overall I'm happy with them. I'd even recommend them at $11 because I've been having a lot of fun with them. They're really cool, and I'm a big fan of Soundwave and I love his minions, so this is a great way just to get all representations of all of his minions, which is just awesome. But if you can get them on a sale like I did, buy one get one 50% off, definitely worth it. Highly recommend it. If I had to say which pack was better, the Ravage and Rumble one would be better, but the Ratbat and Rumble one I liked a lot. I liked it a lot more than I thought too. So overall, really happy with all these guys and would highly recommend them. Thanks for watching my review, and just wanted to show you a quick pose with Soundwave with all of his minions. If you want to see this pose more in detail and talked about, click on the link on the screen. Thanks for watching.